I did nearly forget what I was doing in this settlement, but I think I know what I want to do. So we are probably going to take improvised tools. Now that seems weird because we're doing trade routes in this one, so frequent caravans might be better. But I think I still want to open some cache. Well, hold on, let me just check just to make sure. Because I also just bamboozled myself on a previous settlement on the Alpha 2. And no, we don't have it this one, but we had an effect where opening a glade results in minus 10 resolve for 3 minutes. And that will haunt me. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, we can take frequent caravans, but I think I'll use improvised tools better. That does mean we have to open glades during the storm instead, but we have all of this fertile soil with the power of soil reclamation that we should be held up. I mean, we don't have any free builders at the moment. And without further ado, not really much else. I don't even have people for these rain collectors, which I wanted to use, but we can't. And yeah, we're probably not gonna hit 18 resolve for 30 seconds, a minute. Either way, we have things to do. So, without further ado, we're probably just gonna end up, cutting a lot of trees and whatnot. As for food, we have to last until clearance, but I think we can actually starve ourselves for the moment. So, knowing that, let's actually disable all consumption, and we'll go hungry for a season. And they're just the villagers are just gonna have to be happy with that. So without further ado, now we only have one plantation compared to herb gardens, but I think the intent was that I wanted to the intent is that I wanted to continue making herbs at least, unless I made one of them roots only. Yeah, I did. But we need herbs as well, so we'll make a little bit of herbs, and then everyone else is just gonna be on the rain collectors. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using those in due time. Now, I do want to put a dwarf there, but I don't think we have any other... Yeah. I mean, we have that. We have this little coal here. But we need to cut the trees. I guess I should. But right after we clear out these trees. We can probably work the lumber mill. Yeah, we can. So yeah, that's actually resolved, so we'll go for the planks here instead. And yeah, we'll just let Drizzle move on. We got a trade route done. I don't want to give it any meat, so I don't want to trade off any meat, is what I want to say. 4 more villagers. Well, what did I get? 2 more harpies, 2 more foxes, eh? Well, now my next question is, what else do I do? Can I make anything else? No. We do have another blueprint. What is this? Skewers, biscuits for beavers, biscuits for beavers, skewers for foxes, if I care. Porridge is probably the more efficient one for me, considering I now can make more herbs. The grain's just gonna sit there, but the porridge we can do. But let me just take another look. Biscuits pie, bricks pottery. I would like that for bricks. The plantation here for the oil, though, I like that too, but we'll see. And I'll have to, yeah, because I took the... I mean, I don't have to wait till the storm, but to use the cornerstone that I just took, it would probably be a good idea to open glades during the storm. I'm choosing a blueprint right now, game. Come on. Are we getting coal from that, or is it something else? No, we are getting coal, so... I could take the brickyard instead. I would like to, just for bricks if nothing else. But maybe, nah. No, we take the brickyard. The press would be interesting too, though. Because then we could just spam plantations. Thinking. It would be another, well, really we'll just be burning the oil in the hearth. I think we're going to take the press. So what's going to happen now is it's kind of too late. We're already planting. So this season we're not going to be able to use the press. But afterward, though, boy, are we going to be in business. So there's that. Again, we have a lot of extra people at the moment, but that, and we can't really make that anyway. We could turn the wheat into flour, the grain into flour. I keep calling it wheat, but you get the point. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea either. We just don't have a lot of beavers to make use of the press, but I think that's, yeah, because it's only resolved. So you know what? Got to put them to work doing something. Could even put a fox here, but I don't think I'll do that. Otherwise, I could destroy this farm field right here and put a mine here. Or destroy this geyser. Do I even have the pipes for that? I do. I have the pipes and the things to continue making a thing here. And then we can, yeah, we would be able to... Yeah, so you know what? We're going to aim for it if possible. That is going to... Oh, that's right. We're hungry. Sorry. Have everyone eating jerky, but also, hold on, what are we getting from trees again? Anything? No. Berries, maybe? So, we're planning to enable berries anyway, but we don't have a lot of those, but you get the point. And we'll move on. If the resolve goes too low, we'll favor until the end of the season. We should have enough for that. Just keeping an eye on things. So we only have really 19 food for 26 people, but okay, fine, we'll favor. And then it fixes itself. 1 Thunderblight Shard received. So what I said what I was gonna do was quicken the trade routes. We could go complex food as well, because then we can make a lot of food quickly. Both seem interesting to me. Now the problem with this is I'll be getting a lot of amber and not a lot of traders unless I call them, but this assumes I'm going to be selling a lot to villagers. Fuel consumption increased. If we can get a lot of coal, we should be able to use the time wisely. Alternatively, I could just do that. I could just leave things as they are. To upgrade condition. Yeah, that way we don't need to sell as many goods. I mean, really, it's a numbers game. Do I mind having some of these happen? I mean, I could actually have villagers die, funny enough. You know what? Yeah. Now that hurts the thingy, but I think it's fine. Never mind. But they both happen to be beavers. That was unfortunate. Well, hey. That was an interesting consequence. I didn't expect that to happen, but it happened, so whoops. That was something I should have thought of. I completely forgot. Anywho, let's move you over here. Again, to at least... Well, again, we'd have to destroy one of these, I guess. I guess I'll think about it later. I'm still going to cut into this just in case I want to open the small glade really quickly, but... Nah. And then we can also deliver this drizzle water in a hot moment. But we'll see what else we can do. So coal, amber, and 20 of that. 20 something, I don't even remember. Hey, a guild house. T-Doctor Temple. Now, I am using the press, but if we're going to be selling things anyway, theoretically speaking, do I even have the ability to make trade goods and whatnot? I'm definitely getting amber, so I'm going to be using the guild house to its effectiveness anyway, if that makes any sense to say. What am I looking for? Recipes. The lumber mill. And I would be making... primarily probably dye with plantations, so I guess we're gonna next season is gonna be full plant. Well, we're gonna put 2 plantations and then have 1 still, because I still want a bit of roots and herbs. Let me just make sure I know what I'm doing. Yeah, 1 to global resolve for each 75 amber. Now we don't get to make use of any of this except for education. I thought it was something else. I have made a mistake, or I have misunderstood. Still though, that assumes we can make both of those. Can I even? I thought the lumber mill could. Yeah, the lumber mill can make scrolls if I can even get to that. 4 leather, dye or wine. But we have the apothecary for that, which did we even make? We have a distillery, and then we have an apothecary. What do we make here? Ale, incense, pickled goods. Oh, forgot about that. And I gave up the ability to make more efficient bricks with that last by picking the press instead. What did I want to do? I think I want to do something else. Well, we're going to look for beavers next time, because yeah, that made me really sad. I could also sell off the trade goods with the trade route, but I don't think that's going to happen in time. So, this is quite of a ways walk for the woodcutters, but... So they just ate. That means I'm going to remove consumption again. We don't really need to because we're about to harvest, but we'll let hunger build a bit more before we move on. I could just make use of this one coal vein, but hey. I'll consider things. I'll consider what to do later. Keep in mind that I do need to make use of opening glades in the storm. So if anything else, we're probably going to open more small glades just to make use of soil reclamation. Again, we don't... Unless an order tries to force my hand, I don't really need to open a dangerous glade. Yet, anyway. In my experience, I feel like that's not often the case, but we'll see. We should actually enable all consumption. Might as well. Oh yeah, we do need to gather this food. That being said... So we should run out of grain here, but we want to start making oil as well. Do we still have grain here? Kind of. Yeah, I mean, you guys can focus on that, but... How much housing do I have? Kind of a little bit. We'll see. Resources are burning quicker. Global production slowed. No complex food, so oof my resolve. If and when I get to 3. And yeah, we want to open these. We want to get these small glades prepped soon. We'll accept that order during the storm. We don't have anyone making this geyser pump, but that's fine for the moment. How many planks do we have? 22. Well, we're getting the wood to kind of make up for it. And then we just sit here and wait for the storm. Now, we're probably going to be at negative due to not having enough complex food here and there, but that's the price we pay. Actually, let's actually speed up production here. The whole point of it is to use the clearance water for the rain engine in the press. I should have actually done this as well, but it's too late now. How much would we 15 per minute? Not that we're gonna benefit much longer from it, but hey. Oh, I forgot to check my trade routes. Don't even have anything to trade, so never mind. Harvesting is faster. Herbs production. I guess we will buy those. I know I'm making the guild house soon, but otherwise, the other thing we can do as we're sitting here. So the apothecary, what are we making here? Jerky primarily, insects, meat. Tea, and then dye, probably with, well, scales and berries, but primarily jerky. This is dye or something else, but we don't really get the choice to do that. So we can't really make much more complex food. Actually, no, we have pickled goods if we make the distillery here, which I probably should at least set up. Which we can't because we don't have enough bricks at the moment, but we'll fix that. I think, yeah, if we remove all our woodcutters, we should be okay. In fact, I should actually do this instead. So, I mean, we can only make 4 bricks, but the whole point is to get this set up so I can make pickled goods. So let me just make sure, 23, 3 barrels, vegetables. We can use berries or roots, but if possible, I would like to use anything else like vegetables. Probably disable consumption for them as well. I could save some of this amber, but no, not really any point doing that at the moment. In fact, I'll even grab more berries because of it, actually. This. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. I can even sell the packs of provisions that I'm making. It's not the... I don't think it's actually that efficient, right? Where am I making them at? Was it really just at the makeshift post? I'm also making packs of crops, but forgot about that. That I could have sold, but I didn't. So let me just make sure. Yeah, it's actually, well, 1.5, 6, 48, 1.08. So yeah, we can actually sell provisions at a profit.
Hello.
But we also want to use the provisions to trade. But at the same time, I mean, if we have extra provisions at the moment, might as well trade them in. Because we can't make biscuits, I guess I'll buy biscuits for the purposes of the storm. Otherwise, yeah, we can eat the roots and we can eat the things, and we can't sell these packs of crops. Really? Oh, I was about to say, I'm looking at it. It's right in front of my face, and I'm not seeing it. Anywho, we can use mushrooms for flour. Funny enough. So we can turn them into trade goods, question mark? Just in case we get a trade route for it. But we're making bricks at the moment, so... yeah, we can continue making packs of crops. I think that's fine. With the Harpy resolve is done. Aesthetics, I think, is planks, right? Let's do that. Just in case we need to favor someone else. Oh my goodness, I can't see where I'm going. Here. And with the biscuits, the beavers should be fixed soon, but maybe they won't be. How much oil do I have? We can burn 25 per minute at the moment. Nothing else should be using the plant fibers, so, well, we are also competing with flour and paste at the moment, but not anymore. Alternatively, I could, one, disable the woodcutters. Two, I could also... oh, I forgot I was supposed to be opening glades during the storm here. So let's do that really quickly. I wonder if they're going to be able to do that in time. We can only really do one, unless I enable a second one, which I could do too. Probably take away people from the makeshift post. Yeah, let's actually do that now. So we're going to take super damage. Do I want to take super damage? No, I don't. So, let me fix that. My mistake. Sorry. But we will actually do this. Let's do that really quickly. Turn the flour into trade goods. We're not using it at the moment for anything else, so we might as well. Actually, when we open this glade, we will not be able to... we will not be able to lower the resolve, but for the moment, we might as well still do that. Are these a bunch of eggs? They are. There is also a trapper's camp 2-star? Usually these are just 2-star, immediately 2-star. Which they are. What is this? Fence, decoration, comfort. And then a node, copper vein node. Again, I would like to make more mines, but we were probably not going to grab as much people, so we'll see what happens. Otherwise, that being said, I do want to repair this, so let's have a Harpy work on this, but we're about to enter Drizzle as well. I think we'll be fine. We won't be able to open another glade maybe, but we can try, so we'll go for this as well. Even just mark the trees so we can focus. How long do you have? 35 seconds? No, it's probably not going to happen. We'll find out, though. Nope, it's not going to happen. They're transporting, so instead, we'll just have them focus on these trees. We might lose a fox, but we've prepared for that. That's why I've left a builder open. We can also do this for the purposes of keeping the press active, if that makes any sense. And they're... okay, good. They healed in time. The resolve healed in time. This actually needs to take priority. And who do we get? We get more beavers, which I do want. We'll take the bricks as well, but we want this to be fully manned. And let's actually make a bunch of trappers' camps while we're here, so we can reclaim more soil. So we'll start with this, then work to this, and we'll see what happens. Really should be making 3 instead, but I think we'll be fine for the moment. Do we have any housing? No, just shelters. And we still only have level 1 because I forgot. Pickled goods. This will be fixed in a moment as well. Do we have enough parts? We do. Just keeping an eye on things for the moment. Actually, we don't need both of you. So we'll start working on these eggs. And then we'll have this working on the ale. We can complete this order. I forgot to accept this. But hey, as it turns out, we can make pretty much all of these. Not terribly well. Packs of, well, produced faster or extra yields. Either will help, but I think I'd rather go for this because it's more doable. +2 to pace production. And now what am I looking for? Wine. We do have a guild house. The kiln is, I think the, yeah, no, we're kiln. Who am I kidding? Let's go back. Well, really? That resets the progress? Okay, interesting. What did I say I wanted to do? Kiln? Kiln. We'll actually put that over where this was for faster access. And let's see how long it takes to do this. How much oil do we have? Not as much. Even, oh, because we don't have enough people manning it, even. Again, forgot I should do that. I guess we might as well do that. No. Who am I kidding? This, and then extra press, because we now have blight rot. Blight rot in the press. And we're not gonna, yeah, we're not spawning too many cysts, so we should be fine. Now, what happens afterward, we'll see. I said I was gonna make another plantation. I did not. We can't upgrade this mine anymore, so rip. And yeah, I think we'll wait for basically the clearance season. Otherwise, we can throw a fox in here for now. We can also throw another fox in here. And then we work on this kiln. And we make a bunch of coal, basically. I just realized we also don't need this as well. I could start making fabric where we weren't burning through enough, but we have enough fabric, never mind. Are we making it? No. How did I get so much fabric? Was that off of an order? Anywho. Leave one free builder to make stuff. Let's actually prep these glades for the next storm. I can open this dangerous glade over here. I was planning to move towards this forbidden glade, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen this settlement. And we need to make packs of building materials, I just realized. So, I also forgot to check the trade routes. I should do that too. Oh, no, can't sell anything. So, I guess we will focus on the building materials. I was going to do a thing. I just canceled it, didn't I? Well. So now we need a bunch of planks. Yeah, I would like to use planks instead. That would probably be more efficient. So we're not making planks fast enough, however. And I used all my pipes for clearance stuff. But yeah, I would rather leave one beaver here, and we just want to make the rest of these things first for shelter space. Are we burning these fast enough? Yes. Oh, that's right. Sacrificing fuel burns quicker, so that's why it was 33 oil during the storm. But that's fine for the moment. Is there anything I have not made yet? Not really. So yeah, when the farmers here pick up this farm field, we'll destroy this farm field and put a mine over it. I think is the plan, because yeah, we just have a bunch of people sitting around doing nothing, which is not as great. Are you guys gonna finish this in time? No, you guys just did that. I need to keep an eye on this, by the way, for the sake of fertile soil, but you get the point. So that and this. Really? Only 2? Yeah, because it doesn't tell you exactly how much it makes. But hey. I should actually just keep that window open while I'm looking around here. Are we starving, by the way? Or did I enable consumption? I feel like I did, right? I did, kind of. Yeah, we might as well just leave it on here for the moment. So we'll do that because we want to favor foxes if possible. Because they are now at blue resolve. Let me lower the priority. Did I catch it in time? Please tell me I caught it in time. Otherwise, I mean, we can just increase the priority here. And we'll see what happens. They stopped. Oh, because I'm not making them make planks. Whoops. That's why. Sorry. With that said, we'll do that for the moment. Keep this up so I can keep an eye on things. They're pretty close, but unfortunately, no. And I shouldn't really be fast-forwarding here, but I am. We can actually even do this. And wow, you guys have not picked this one yet, huh? This does benefit from the speed increase, right? No, it does not. Because it's not production, it is gathering speed. Take a look here. Lower priority. Into the next one. So really, yeah, just trying to keep an eye on this farm field here. And since the burning is going to be quicker during the storm, I might as well just leave things as they are. So we have everything for that at the moment, and then good consumption is eating it in the face. Really? You guys are not going to finish this in time? Huh. I guess I really should just delete this thing. By the okay, no, we're still good for the moment. Cut into this glade because it's going to be storm time. And wow, okay, I guess we really didn't need that extra farm field. Unless I put another farm, but I think that's overkill. So, anywho, next mine. So, we can remove people at places. I'm not really using stormwater, so we can probably get away with doing this. As for something else, we'll take away from the makeshift post at the moment, because we're not even making any more building materials. We're enough. We take a look here. It's getting close. So let's do this. I mean, we can put you guys back in this ring collector. I feel like I'm forgetting about something, but I guess we'll see. We're also using a lot of wood at the moment, but it's for a good reason. Can I make more pipes, actually? I can. So let's do that. So we can connect some stormwater. Actually, with that, we'll do this. Put the farm in the crude workstation. Why are we eating it in the face right here? The hostility is just not low enough, I guess. I want to open this glade first, though, so that would be nice. They're busy delivering. Who is manning the hearth? It is a harpy. Guess we're gonna lose a harpy. Yeah, it's not what I wanted to happen. We'll keep an eye on this, but this will soon be done with. And then we can work on this farm. What's over here? Flax. Nope, don't remove it. And fish scales. On top of cache, which I guess I can open now. Who do I want to open it, though? That being said, hold on, let me just check something really quickly. I wanted to make another plantation instead, so... Yeah, roots, herbs, but then we'll make up one of these. We'll replace this with another plantation here. Let's actually have these foxes go all the way to this cache here. And in the meanwhile... So let's have them Yeah, do that. And then we'll disable it really quickly. And since we've done that, we can now remove those. In the meanwhile, we don't have any... Oh, yeah, we can work on bricks. So move them from coal. Move the workers in the coal from kiln to bricks. These can still be making planks because we need those. And let's take this order really quickly. 40 farm field, 25 packs of crops. We do need to do... I would like to do that. So you know what? Soil reclamation. Unfortunately. 25 per minute. What can I burn here? Probably this. And then I'll favor to save. If I want to save a harpy, I can save it by doing this. We can't make any paste, eh? No, we can't. Unless we use up the dye. Which I don't want to do at the moment because we're focused on oil production, so... Hey. Now that being said... Oh, well, I was supposed to put a farm field here. Or, more specifically, a plantation. We'll put it this way? Question mark? And we only need one person here. We will get more people, but we'll also need more shelter space. So, let me find some space. Put the green life plants over where there is green life, and in the meanwhile, shelter, shelter, shelter. Owl wood, but with that said, we'll actually do that. Remove one person from the lumber mill, make it half manned. Then we should be able to do this. And let's stop sacrificing coal. You beavers can continue working on getting wood here. Actually, isn't there an extra space? There was an extra space over here, but hey, a bit too late. I should actually accept that cornerstone. Trade hub. Here we go. Trade hub time. We should be able to do this successfully. If not, that would be weird. But let's continue making packs of crops and building materials then. Get more people. Funny enough, I want more beavers, but if they're giving us this, we need to do that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hey, we forgot to start working on this. The last of these eggs. Whoops. We should be able to clear it out, but hey. Let's check the trade routes first. Eggs. Give it all of our eggs. Didn't want to do that, but we did. And then we can also just we can like pick the whole farm, literally, with this by buying the small farm. But I don't know if I want to do that. So instead, let's do anything else. Theoretically, I'm not going to be getting more fabric, so fabric would probably be the better buy here. Because I want to use all the plant fiber for fabric, but depends if you have too much plant fabric. Yeah, we don't actually have it. When we get enough farms, we will, but... Alternatively, what we can do is this. We can also sell the extra tools we have, but I think what I'm just gonna do this. For giggles, I would buy that. Otherwise, yeah, you know what? We'll buy the small farm. Oh, please, let's make it in time for this, by the way. We're also grabbing amber here, but hey. We're also getting more plant fiber here, but that's not going to happen either. And away we go. No suitable trees for woodcutters camp. Oops, sorry. Because I didn't have you guys cutting into anything. It's a bit far, but just make sure we have housing space. Drizzle water used, and that would be either the distillery or the apothecary. Hey, you know what I should have bought? Meats, which we don't have. Insects or meat. You know, Sahilda isn't selling either. What's happening in this? Oh goodness, this is the apothecary. Oh no, distillery. Containers. We can make ale actually. I'm going absolutely insane. But we don't have containers. Can we make those, by the way? No, we can't. We don't have any blueprints for it. But Sahilda doesn't sell any containers anyway, so I guess what we do is you guys turn into farmers. Or we could turn them into people gathering from this flax field, but we're not going to make it in time. I would have to guarantee this, I would probably... I do want 3 plantations, basically. Or, yeah, 3 plantations, so... It's not so bad at the moment. I have a bunch of shelter standing here, by the way. Otherwise, I should turn people into woodcutters for the moment. That will cut into resolve, I'm pretty sure. But let's see. It kind of does. No, foxes are not affected by hostility. I'm going crazy. Anywho. Yeah, we can open a dangerous glade next season. It would happen during the storm, but while we're here, we'll do that. We do need to, yeah, we do need to make another farm though here. Probably gonna put it. Actually, I deleted the wrong paths. I shouldn't have done that. But instead, we could do this. These aren't actually taking up squares, right? I mean, we're just gonna put them around the hearth. But more importantly, double plantation. In fact, I only have one person working on them. But hey. We probably don't even need this one anymore, so we'll get rid of it. And more small field. Yeah, if we can't clear this last one before the end here, then we can put a mine here. That would be nice. Yeah, if I can even do that. We can. Is there fertile soil there? No. Oh wait. Well, we haven't cleared out these eggs yet. My mistake. Let's actually do this, so we can actually build this mine here. My goodness, my pads. Yeah, I should have left those pads as they were. Whoops, my mistake. But we can start getting to work on those flax fields in the meantime. I could also make dye in the meantime, too, with these extra berries I have. That would probably be the better choice here. But we'll prioritize the scales, if I can do that. What are we doing here? Packs of crops, farm fields, lots of farm fields. I wonder if we even have enough people working. But hey, the mine's probably in the way just a little bit, but... And yeah, we can have people here, I think. No, because we're going to have people in the mine. I could put a beaver in the mine. I could also put beavers in this woodcutter's camp instead. That would probably be the better choice. Trade goods? No. Actually, we want you guys in the apothecary. Making dye? Question mark? Yeah, making dye. Alternatively, we can make tea. Yeah, no, that's right. We don't have any containers. So, we have a spare camp just sitting around. Because I see the number 1. Is it this one? No. Where is it? I'm gonna just set this down so I can do this. Wow, wow, I put it all the way over there. I didn't even see it. Well, hey. Now my next question is, as our resolve absolutely gets slapped in the face, will we be able to open a small glade and this dangerous glade in time? Probably, right? Also, I have yet to make this guild house, which I completely forgot to make. So, yeah, let's actually try to make that at some point. In fact, I should probably do this if I wanted to do that, because we need the planks to make the guild house. That being said, we don't have the ability to build it yet, so... I actually probably want to call Jorg immediately. We'll wait on that. So drizzle water here, right? Yeah. So we're gonna do this. So that I can favor the foxes a bit more comfortably. It's not that comfortable, but we can turn it off when the time comes. Also need to keep an eye on that, but hey. What else do we have here? Coats, finally, and packs, better packs of building materials. We can finally build the weaver for more fabric. Or we can get better flour and bricks. But I think either the weaver or the clothier will be the pick. Probably the clothier, considering I have orders specifically for that. But the weaver wouldn't be bad either. But we can make the coats with leather too. And then we have a bunch of resin, so yeah, actually, that would probably be the better pick here. And then we can finally make water skins. Would cost oil, but we can use the water skins to make something else, if I cared to do so. Right, hold on, let me ask myself the question. Where is the distillery? Right here. So yeah, water skins, 2 water skins for 10 pickled goods with whatever I choose to make of it, including berries. The question is, yeah, it's the only one that has, yeah, so now we'll pick the clothier. Clothier, am I pronouncing that right? I feel like I'm not. Anywho. And then the guild house can actually, like, be all the way over here once I destroy this and move the garden here. How much space do we have? 5? Probably need another 2, 1 or 2 at least. But we'll set this up. We'll deprioritize it because we don't have any of that yet. But yeah, unfortunately we don't have enough resolve. Actually, it's because I need to do this. And even with that, we don't have enough resolve. Well, hey. We actually have extra people here, but meh. No, yeah. No, because we still need that drizzle water. That's all I have to say. And with that, we can disable this now. Yeah, we've run out of containers, so that's why we... and pickled goods. So the resolve is going to go down. But if I make this clothier, and then we... make clothes with these, then I won't feel so bad. Also, shouldn't be even making them here anymore. In fact, I can even remove you from this. Yeah, and then favoring isn't going to help anymore here. Are we still burning oil? We are. We can actually burn more. Yeah, we can burn more. Nope, we didn't make it. We actually might need another building. Or is it just that it's not reaching? It might just be that it's not reaching. Yeah, so you know what? We're going to do this. It's cost a plank, but it's for a good cause. Keep an eye on this. We're also getting extra plant fiber, so I could use the extra plant fiber to make more cloth, actually. And yeah, we have double the mine, so we're going to get this Thunderblight shard faster. Every 2 buildings with at least 1 blight rot cysts, plus 2 to porridge. The filled biscuit need gives more resolve. Global production speed increased. But only while this is active. Otherwise, every 3 discovered, every 2 dangerous. Every 2. Destroys 2 random gathering nodes, -1 housing spawn and shelters, big shelters. Traveling cost of trade routes increased by 1. Funny enough, I think this is the better one for me. And we'll actually take production speed, question mark? I feel like production speed. Yeah, production speed. The rest of those aren't really giving us anything, so... Boop. Let's actually look for a trade route here. Can we finally do more? Not really. We had trade goods. We don't have trade goods anymore because I sold them all. But it's fine. And yeah, we need to make... we need to keep making planks. But it is more important, as I accidentally use a bit of oil here, to make the rest of these. Although we need to we do need to continue making packs of provisions, so go back to the lumber mill. The makeshift posts can do the packs of provisions. I should actually be using... Wait, isn't... Yeah, the press is already using clearance water. That being said... Why is the harpy so negative? Well... lower the priority here. Is there only 2? There's only 2. Okay. Good to know. But in the meanwhile... We should probably slow down the thing, because we don't actually have enough plant fiber. Do we have enough insects though? No. We're not eating these insects, are we? No, we're not doing that either. We were... Never mind, I should be... No, we are burning coal. Okay, good. I think he also had a cough really quickly. Are we gonna be okay here? I think we're gonna be okay here. In the meanwhile, I should probably make more shelter here. Really quickly. This is not organized at all, but it will be soon, I swear. If nothing else, we want to focus on making more buildings, so hey. But also, we need more of these. Are we using stormwater anywhere? No, so I might as well put it here. And let's see what happens. Yeah, it's a bit of a ways walk, but these small glades are thankfully somewhat close, so I don't really mind as much for the moment. Now, what's going to happen during the storm, on the other hand, is might be a bit unfortunate. Also, we don't have complex food being eaten, so we're going to suffer from the resolve penalty. Unless I call Jorg now. I'm going to call Jorg now. We can't live with that. We're going to lose villagers left and right. Especially if we need to cut into a glade soon, which I will want to do in a hot moment. Hello. So, just make sure. So, beavers, foxes, and harpies, if we have them all covered, which we should. Especially when we do that. Planting crops is faster. That will help out, actually. But not the harvesting of crops, which is kind of important. But that, if I want to micromanage, sure. The biscuits can now be made. Do I even have the ability to make biscuits? That would actually be something to consider, if nothing else. Bisque. I put a period in there for whatever reason. No, I don't. So, actually, you know what? Papa. We buy this. We don't really need this one, but I'm just going to do it anyway. And because we're not using these provisions... actually, we do, because we need them for the order. Will still be important. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough for this, but... I could sell off some tools. Would have liked to use the trade goods for instead. Actually, we need the containers as well. So can I do this? Not really. Yeah, we're selling at a loss here, but that's the price I'm kind of willing to pay at the moment. Actually, we have a bunch of packs of crops. I don't know why I haven't... I'm so blind. Whoops. Well, hey. Yeah, that should be fine. We need more packs of crops for this, but we'll be getting more before year 8 even. So for the sake of survival, we'll do that. We can now make more things ourselves, but we can also make tea. We're not on Alpha 2 though, so we can't make use of that tea, but it's something we can do. Yeah, this is where all my wood is going. I just realized, but we don't need to make those anymore, thankfully. Now, what we will need is fabric at some point, but while we can make the coats, we'll keep making the coats. We need it. Is it the distillery? No, I'm going crazy. Where is it? It is the distillery. I'm going crazy. I'm looking right at it. But anywho. So this, but this. And I could connect Drizzle water here. I don't want to, though. Yeah, no, I don't think we need the speed right now either, so... let's have the herd slow down on the oil sacrificing. Because we don't have enough to sustain it at the moment. We're not using plant fiber anywhere else, are we? Let me just ask really quickly before we enter the storm season. No. That being said, 921, 521. Yeah, we can have them continue working here for a moment. But we do want to move these woodcutters shortly. In fact, I can even disable this now. Yeah, we're going to disable it now because we want to replace the foxes, or as many as possible, with this. With harpies. And with that said, let's cut into these glades and find out what my fortune is for today. So we need another beaver somewhere. Don't I have another one sitting somewhere? Also, we don't have people many people working the mines as I thought. But let's cut into this glade here. And you guys, you three beavers, can cut into this small glade. Actually, I should swap them. More important to cut more around this than the other side wound. Now, they have to switch places, but we should be able to handle that. In fact, we'll even do that. And resolve. Oof. Man, how am I going to handle Prestige 2 anyway? But anywho. Let's find out. When they cut into the glades, we can remove more. We can actually burn some coal too here for the moment. But let me just make sure. Yeah, we can. So yeah, we're taking extra hostility because of all of this glade opening, but it's for a good cause, I swear. 2-star herbalist camp. Interesting. I should actually focus on these more, but we're about to cut into another glade, so... There's the next one. Really, only one medium... Only a medium one? Ugh. I guess that'll be fine for the moment. We got a tea house. We already have one. Sorry, I'm going crazy. But we need to take care of this destroyed caravan, and we don't have any amber at the moment. Well, I do want those points, so I think we can wait for a moment. I'll just call the next trader in, I think is the plan. And we'll see what I plan to do. Just to play it safe, though, I should probably do this. Yeah, we're taking a resolve penalty because not everyone's under the effect of complex food. Global production slowed, but that's what we're burning this oil for here. You guys can't take a break. We need you. Not enough sis at the moment, right? No. Close, but no. That does mean we will need a blight post for next season, but I think we should be able to handle that. I made a lot of pipes. We can have them kind of on standby here. You know what I forgot to do? Probably make use of a trade route, but it's kind of late now. We can't even make use of one. We'll probably end up selling the tools we have because we should be able to close out this settlement soon, is the thought. But I guess we'll see. So I'm going to sacrifice some coal here for the purposes of Resolve and the Harpies. We don't need to make building materials anymore, so hopefully I've turned that off. I have. Packs of crops, though, yeah, we still need to make those. Sacrifice at least until the Resolve kind of picks up here. Because, again, they weren't under the effect of the food. I know you're idle. Not much I can do about it at the moment. I could also do this. Can I do this? What will happen if I do this? Okay, it helps me manage the hostility without having to sacrifice coal. Yeah. We need to move these shelters, by the way. They're in the way. They're actually actively in the way. But we also need room for the blight post. So yay. So let's see here. Yeah, 2 resolve for now, but once we get all these packs of crops made, we should be okay. Keeping in mind, though, we do need this blight post. Can I have it facing this way? I probably should. I probably can. Oops. Move this a bit up here. Move this down here. Put a little path there, and we should be okay. So we have 10 trade routes, and I haven't been trading much. Also because I don't have any other previous settlements. But that's on me. We also don't have any routes. Whoops. But hey. We're not running out of coal anytime soon, for better or worse. But we should also, one, use the rest of these. Owl resolve, but it's for a good cause. And anyone else can be used to clear out these flax fields so that we can spawn some more fertile soil. And then we can get vegetables / grain, but rip this blight post for the moment until we get newcomers. How much space do we have? 9. That should be enough. Should be enough. If it's not, I'm gonna be confused. What did I say? Oh, I was supposed to get a trader. I did not grab a trader. 6. Let's call Farluff here because we desperately need this amber. That being said, lumber mill. Yeah, we're getting coal from the mine, so I actually shouldn't have. I didn't need this kiln, although we do need the kiln too. But let me see here. I think we need a 15 amber if I recall correctly. Production is quicker for wood, but let me just check here. Yeah, I need 15 amber if I recall correctly. But I'll save that for the next video. So without further ado, as I probably, well actually I will sell this really quickly. But we will be trying to close out this settlement. It should be closed out soon. If it's not, I'm going to be very confused. But for the moment, I think we have everything settled. We're going to get newcomers in 10 more minutes. That's right. I just picked them up. And I also have to assign people. But yeah, without further ado, as we're spawning more farm fields with soil reclamation, I think we should be okay. Make use of the guild house to get extra resolve, but we'll see. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.